Making YouTube videos with Pictory or InVideo shouldn't cost an arm and a leg. In this video, I'm going to give you an honest cost breakdown, backed by real data, so you know the cheapest plan that actually fits your needs. No more, no less. And this won't be one of those lazy price comparison videos where someone just reads the pricing page for each platform. Instead, I'm going to show you whether InVideo or Pictory makes more sense depending on the type of videos you want to create, and which specific plan gives the best value for your money. Also, pricing pages can be misleading. Sometimes they make it look like you'll be able to create more videos than you actually can. For example, a platform might estimate that a 10-minute video uses about 100 credits, but when you try it for yourself, it actually uses 140 or 150 credits. This means you run out faster and end up making fewer videos than expected. To help you avoid this, I ran a real-world test by putting the exact same script into both InVideo and Pictory and comparing how many credits each one used to generate the video, so you can see which platform actually ends up costing less in practice. I'll also explain confusing terms like credits, AI credits, and video minutes, so you're not guessing what any of this means. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which platform and which plan makes the most sense for you. For your convenience, you can find the links to both Pictory and InVideo down in the description below. So the first thing you need to consider is what kind of videos you want to make. Before we look at pricing, let me quickly explain the two types of videos these platforms create, because this is where many people get confused. There are stock footage videos, where the AI simply finds existing clips from a media library and stitches them together with a voiceover. And then there are generative AI videos, where the platform actually creates completely original video scenes from scratch using an AI model. These two types of videos are priced very differently, and they use completely different resources inside each platform. So depending on which type you want to make, the best plan changes completely. For beginners to YouTube automation, I recommend creating simple faceless videos using stock footage. These videos are easier and cheaper to make, and they can still make tons of money. For example, here are a couple of channels that make these types of videos. This channel is called Sleepy Science Channel, and if you click on one of their videos, you can see how it uses a high-quality AI voice along with stock footage clips and some gentle background music. In the financial niche, I found this channel called Finance Log that makes simple news videos about gold and silver using clips from famous investors and adds some simple commentary between the clips.
And out. It proves that prices have already escaped the old system, where $20 to $30 once defined the ceiling.
You can see that the commentary part was clearly made using an AI video generator like InVideo or Pictory. It's just generic stock footage and an AI voiceover. You can easily make videos like this using ChatGPT for the script and either InVideo or Pictory to actually generate the video. In case you were wondering, Sleepy Science Channel gets around 3 million views per month. I'd estimate they are making at least $8,000 to $10,000 per month just from the ads at the start and end of their videos. And Finance Log gets around 300,000 views per month. Since the finance niche is one of the highest paying on YouTube, I'd estimate they are making at least $15 to $20 per thousand views, or about $4,500 to $6,000 per month from the ads on their videos. If you want to make simple videos like these, videos that use simple stock footage and AI voices, both InVideo and Pictory can help you generate them. With InVideo, you should consider the Plus or Max plan. No matter which plan you choose, you have the option to buy it as a monthly subscription or a yearly subscription. If you choose a monthly subscription for InVideo, the Plus plan starts at $35 per month, and the Max plan starts at $60 per month. Keep in mind that if you're planning on making videos that are at least 8 minutes long so you can place multiple ad breaks and maximize ad revenue from YouTube, the Plus plan comes with only 50 video minutes. So at most, you will only be able to make 6 8-minute videos per month. If you're serious about YouTube, I would say 6 videos per month is probably not going to be enough to bring in the kind of money you want to make. For context, the Sleepy Science channel uploads about 5 videos per week, and each video is, on average, over 2 hours long. If you tried to model their style and length of videos, you wouldn't even be able to make one full video. I'm not saying you need to make 2-hour-long videos, but a total of only 48 minutes of content a month is probably not going to be enough to see real growth. As you can see, the monthly Max plan charges you $1.5 per credit, whereas the Plus plan starts at $3.5 per credit, making the cost of each video much higher with the Plus plan. If you get the Max plan, you could make about 25 8-minute videos per month. This is a good amount of videos to post if you're trying to make $3,000 to $5,000 per month from your YouTube channel. Now, if you went with the yearly plan, things get much cheaper. The monthly cost will drop to $28 for the Plus plan and $50 for the Max plan. You'll get the same amount of credits and features, but your cost per credit will drop from 3.5 per credit down to 2.8 per credit. I recommend only choosing the yearly plan if you're willing to commit to your YouTube channel for at least one full year. To be honest, if you can't commit for even 1 year, you're probably wasting your time with YouTube. If you stay focused, it usually takes 6 to 12 months to see real growth on YouTube and start making serious money. That's why I usually recommend biting the bullet by getting a yearly plan. This will force you to stick to your YouTube channel for at least one full year since you already paid for it. But if you just want to test the waters and aren't ready to fully commit, the max monthly plan is your best option with InVideo. If you don't like it, you can easily cancel anytime. But keep in mind that if you don't use up all your credits, they will be wasted and you won't get a refund for any unused credits. They also don't carry over to the next month. So before canceling, you might as well use up all your credits and upload more videos to your channel. Now let's see how this compares with Pictory. Pictory also offers both monthly and yearly subscriptions, but in my opinion, Pictory's pricing plan is much easier to understand. Let's start with the monthly plans. Pictory's cheapest monthly plan, called the Starter Plan, starts at $29. Their most popular plan, the Professional Plan, starts at $59 per month. Now here's where things get interesting. Pictory can be a much cheaper option, but only if you're willing to compromise slightly on voiceover quality. They offer unlimited voice generation with their standard AI voices. However, if you want premium 11 Labs voices, the limits change. On the $29 plan, you get 200 video minutes, but only 60 minutes of 11 Labs voice generation. For comparison, with InVideo, you'd need the $60 max plan to get 200 video minutes, but that includes 200 minutes of premium 11 Labs voiceover. InVideo doesn't separate video minutes from voice minutes the way Pictory does. With Pictory's starter plan, premium voice generation is the real bottleneck. That means you can realistically make only about 7 8-minute videos per month using premium voices before hitting the cap. However, if you're comfortable using Pictory's standard voices, voice generation becomes unlimited. In that case, you're effectively getting the same 200 video minutes as InVideo, but at less than half the price. So the better value really depends on how important premium voice quality is for your content. Even Pictory's standard voices sound surprisingly good, so if you're working with a tight budget, you can realistically get by with the starter plan without sacrificing too much quality. But if you insist on having the most cutting-edge voices in your videos, then Pictory's professional plan at $59 per month is your best bet. It comes with 120 premium minutes of voice generation, along with 600 video minutes, while costing $1 per month less than InVideo's max plan. For the yearly plan, Pictory offers a much bigger discount. You save 40% if you get the yearly plan. So for the Pro plan, which is what I'd recommend, you'd effectively be paying only $35 per month. This ends up being significantly cheaper than InVideo's $50 per month on the yearly plan, while giving you 3 times as many video minutes. And if you're comfortable using the standard voices, which are unlimited, you could actually generate about 3 times more content with Pictory while paying less. Based on these numbers, Pictory seems like the clear winner if you want to make simple stock footage YouTube videos. But keep in mind, the number of credits they claim you're getting doesn't mean anything if you don't know how many credits are used per video. Sometimes AI video generators can be misleading and burn through way more credits than advertised. That's why later in this video, I'll test InVideo and Pictory by giving them the exact same script and seeing which platform generates the final video using the least amount of credits. Then, I'll calculate the cost of generating that video on both platforms, so you can see which was cheaper. Now let's talk about the second type of YouTube automation videos, fully AI-generated content. These are commonly referred to as generative AI videos. Basically, you paste in a script, choose an AI model you want to use, such as Google's VO3 or Kling, and hit generate. Then the AI generator gets to work and creates a completely original video. For example, I generated this short video for an ad entirely using InVideo's generative AI.
The fragrance that changes everything. Aurélien. Created by master perfumer Aurélien Guichard. Confidence in its purest form. Aurélien fragrance. Transform yourself.
Videos like this use a lot of AI credits and can become very expensive if you're not careful. When it comes to YouTube, you basically have 2 approaches. You can either sprinkle in a few short AI-generated clips within your stock footage videos to make them more engaging and help them stand out. Or you can generate the entire 8-minute video using generative AI from start to finish. If you go with the first option, you might add 1 to 2 second AI-generated clips throughout an 8 to 10-minute video. Around 20 seconds of total AI-generated footage per video is a reasonable starting point. So if you're producing about 25 videos per month, that would require roughly 8 minutes of AI-generated footage per month in total. With InVideo, the most cost-effective option would be the generative plan with 175 credits, which means adding the generative add-on to the base plan. This plan includes 200 video minutes, allowing you to create around 25 8-minute stock footage videos per month, while also adding original AI-generated B-roll to enhance them. On the monthly subscription, this would cost about $210 per month, or roughly $175 per month if you choose the yearly plan. Now, let's compare that to what it would cost using Pictory. Based on their pricing page, it's pretty clear that Pictory isn't heavily focused on generative AI. They only recently introduced AI generation credits, and none of their plans seem specifically built around producing fully generative videos. So if we want to calculate the monthly cost of creating the same amount of AI-generated content with Pictory, we'll have to break it down ourselves and run the numbers manually. I just bought the professional plan, and when I log in, I can see that I have the option to buy AI credits as an add-on. To bring down the cost per credit, I can get 5,000 credits for $200. But how many credits does Pictory use per second of generative video? If I go to the AI Studio on Pictory, at the bottom of the screen, there's a drop-down to choose the AI model. Each model uses a different amount of credits per second, depending on its complexity. Pixaverse 5.5 costs 1.6 credits per second for basic motion videos, all the way up to Google's Veo 3.1 costing 20 credits per second for superior cinematic quality videos. The video I generated with InVideo used Google's Veo 3.1, so to keep things fair, I'm going to consider the same model with Pictory. If I wanted to make 8 minutes of fully AI-generated footage per month using Pictory, I'd need 8 minutes times 60 seconds per minute times 20 credits per second, which equals 9,600 credits per month. With 5,000 credits costing $200, I'd have to buy this add-on about 2 times per month, costing a total of $400 per month. This is almost twice what InVideo was charging me to make the same amount of AI footage. Now, if you wanted your entire 8-minute video to be made with generative AI, things will get much more expensive. Even if you decided to post only 4 8-minute videos per month, you'd need 32 minutes of generative video. The cheapest plan that you could use would be the generative plan with 7 boost add-ons, costing you $840 per month with the monthly plan or $700 per month with the yearly plan. For Pictory, we can run the same calculation as before. I can get 5,000 credits for $200. So if I wanted to make 4 8-minute fully AI-generated videos per month using Pictory, I'd need 32 minutes. Times 60 seconds per minute times 20 credits per second, 38,400 credits per month. With 5,000 credits costing $200, I'd have to buy this add-on about 8 times per month, costing a total of $1,600 per month. This is way more expensive than paying $700 per month with InVideo's generative yearly plan with add-ons, more than twice as expensive. So the results for this are very clear. For generative AI videos, Pictory will cost you at least twice as much as InVideo. So pick the cheapest InVideo plan that meets your video production needs. I'd recommend the yearly generative plan with extra credits costing about $175 per month. With this plan, you can spice up your stock footage videos while keeping the costs low and being able to make about 20-25 longer videos per month. This will give you a good balance of quality, volume, and cost, so you can actually build a profitable YouTube automation channel. Now, before I do the real-world experiment on Pictory and InVideo, let me clarify a couple of terms that confuse a lot of people when using Pictory and InVideo. First of all, what are credits? Credits are just the internal currency used by InVideo and Pictory to figure out how much each function costs them and how much they should charge you for it. Generating videos using AI uses powerful computers and a lot of electricity. These are real costs that companies have to pay, so that's why they charge you based on usage instead of a flat fee. For both Pictory and InVideo, credits are used only for generative videos. The 15-second perfume ad video I generated on InVideo used 10 credits, costing me about $12.50. This would cost more than twice as much on Pictory. Video minutes on both platforms refers to how long the video is that had to be assembled by the platform. This only applies to stock footage videos, where InVideo and Pictory simply find relevant clips from their database to stitch together for your final video. I've already shown that InVideo is significantly cheaper for generative AI videos, so running a real-world test there isn't really necessary. Even if credit usage ends up being a bit less efficient than what's advertised, it's very unlikely the numbers would be off by that much, especially since Pictory would cost almost double for the same amount of generated footage. So for the practical test, I'm going to focus only on how each platform performs when creating stock footage-style videos. Let's see how Pictory and InVideo handle generating an 8-minute video using the exact same script. I asked ChatGPT to write me a script for an 8-minute YouTube video about a topic related to science and technology. It generated this script about the future of AI. Now I'm going to enter the same script in both InVideo and Pictory to generate the video. As you can see, InVideo turned the script into a 6-minute video and used 6 video minutes out of my 200 monthly minutes. It also consumed 40 iStock credits out of the 320 I get each month. So how much did that actually cost me? I'm on the max annual plan, which works out to $50 per month. For that price, I get 320 iStock credits and 200 video minutes. Since this video used 40 iStock credits, I could only produce 8 similar videos before running out, because 8 times 40 equals 320, which is my monthly limit. And after those 8 videos, I would have used just 48 video minutes in total. That means I'd still have 152 video minutes left, but no iStock credits to use them with. At that point, I'm essentially left with an expensive voice generator. So the real cost of producing a 6-minute video like this comes out to $50 divided by 8, which is about $6.25 per video. In my experience, InVideo isn't very efficient for stock footage-heavy videos because it burns through iStock credits quickly. I've noticed this with other projects as well. That's why, before exporting, I often replace some of the premium clips with screenshots or short clips I sourced myself just to stretch those credits further. Now let's compare this to Pictory. The video Pictory generated came out to about 7 minutes and 13 seconds, so it used roughly 7.2 minutes from my 600 monthly video minutes, which is exactly what I expected. It also used about 7 minutes from my 120 monthly 11 Labs voice generation minutes. And this is the key point. The voice limit becomes the bottleneck. Since I only get 120 premium voice minutes per month and each video uses about 7 minutes of voiceover, I simply divide 120 by 7. That means I can realistically produce around 17 videos like this per month before running out of premium voice minutes. So what does that translate to in terms of cost? On the yearly Pictory plan, I'm paying $35 per month. Divide that by 17 videos, and the cost comes out to just over $2 per video. And remember, this video was actually longer than the InVideo version, yet it still costs less than a third of what I paid with InVideo. Now, if I switch to Pictory's built-in standard voices instead of 11 Labs, voice generation becomes unlimited. In that case, the only real constraint is the 600 video minutes per month. So 600 divided by roughly 7 minutes per video means I could create over 85 videos per month. And if you divide $35 by 85 videos, the cost drops to just over 40 cents per 7-minute video. That's almost 16 times cheaper than InVideo. So if your goal is creating stock footage videos for your YouTube channel, Pictory is pretty much a no-brainer. Depending on how you use it, it's anywhere from 3 to 16 times cheaper than InVideo for the same type of videos. So to summarize, if you want to make stock footage style videos like Sleepy Science Channel or Finance Log, go with Pictory Pro. If you want original AI-generated videos, or you want to mix in AI-generated B-roll into your videos, go with InVideo's generative plan. That's where InVideo becomes the clear winner. And if you're ready to commit to your channel and you're serious about building a real income with YouTube, yearly plans make more sense because of the discounts and the built-in commitment to stay consistent. With InVideo, you're looking at a 20% discount with a yearly plan, and with Pictory, it's a 40% discount. But if you're not sure that you can stick to this and you just want to try it out, get a monthly plan. Hope this helped you out. You'll find links to both Pictory and InVideo down in the description below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.